All right, so today I'm going to show you how to pick out an article that has good amounts of data and evidence. This is something that a lot of students can struggle with because maybe you're not used to pulling out data or evidence from an article. So I'm on Science Daily right now. I'm going to show you the bad article first. So the first one that is not really a good article to choose is going to be, where did it go? Sorry. This satellite data exposes looting of archaeological sites. So a lot of times, if you look at a article on Science Daily, it'll be just kind of a summarization of an article that was published in a journal. So if we go down here, you can see that this article is very short. Most likely, it is not going to contain enough evidence or data to support your work for this semester. So if we look through here, the main point of this article will be in the title a lot of times. So in this one, it's telling you they use satellite data to expose the fact that there's a lot of archaeological sites that are being looted. Now, they do provide this is just kind of a backstory. It's not really pertinent to what you want. So right here, they're saying, hey, it's been really hard to find tombs that are unlooted. Right here, more than 74.5% of the analysed burials were already destroyed and plundered. So that would be a piece of data because there's numbers involved. There's not really a lot of evidence in this article that I could find. They kind of allude to it here where they're talking about how satellite imagery can provide an accurate measurement. But as you can see, because this article is so short, there's only one piece of evidence and one piece of data. This would not be a good article to use. So now I'm going to show you the better article that you would want to choose. So if we go back to the main page. Now, this is going to look different when you do it because I'm doing this on December 17th, and you will be working in January. So all of these articles will have changed, and you'll have an entirely different page to look through. Your best bet to get articles that have a good amount of data and evidence, I would look underneath health. I would look underneath environment. Most of these articles contain a lot of good information, and you're wanting to pick from the natural sciences. Tech, not really a good one to choose from. Students have a lot of difficulty finding data and evidence in these articles. I'm not saying that you can't find something. I'm just saying that your best bet is to choose from one of these areas. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you one that's on the home page, but you are more than welcome, like I said, to go to these areas and pick one. You do not have to pick something on the home page. So this one is an article talking about the HIV vaccine protecting non-human primates from infection. They give you kind of a little blurb right here about what this study was about. You want to first, like I said, make sure that the length is good. This is a very lengthy article. It has many paragraphs of information in it, so I would start there. Examples of data and evidence are going to be down here. So I'm going to start with the data first. So right here, they're telling you how they tested the vaccine. And it says, hey, they selected this. These are how they ran the research, like which monkeys they ran it on. This right here, the researchers found that the vaccination worked in the high titer animals. That's evidence. This is also evidence. The monkeys could produce sufficient levels of neutralizing antibodies against the envelope protein trimmer to prevent infection. And then, sorry, I have a little bit of a cold here. All right. So the researchers saw HIV protection wane as the high titers fell in the weeks and months following the vaccination. That is also evidence. Okay, so essentially what you are looking for data is you're looking for numbers. And for evidence, it's kind of a conclusion, like what did they find overall and how do you know they found it? So if we wanted to look at another good article, let me see if I can we'll look at organic food worse for climate. All right, so as you can see, this one is quite long, so we're looking good here. Yes, here we go. Our study shows that organic peas farmed in Sweden have around a 50% bigger climate impact than conventionally farmed peas. Here we go. So 50%, that is our data. And then for some foodstuffs, there's an even bigger difference. For example, with organic Swedish winter wheat, the difference is closer to 70%. So right now we have two pieces of data. A good article is going to have 2 to 3 pieces of data and 2 to 3 pieces of evidence. Right here, the reason why organic food is so much worse for the climate is that the yields per hectare are much lower, primarily because fertilizers are not used. To produce the same amount of organic food, you therefore need a much bigger area of land. So that is evidence showing you why organic food is going to be worse for climate. Then we have another piece of evidence here. The greater land use in organic farming leads indirectly to higher carbon dioxide emissions thanks to deforestation. You can keep going down. Sometimes the numbers will not be so much in your face, like they might be typed out. So instead of it saying, the number 50, you might have to read in the article and it'll spell out 50. So don't be tricked into thinking that your article doesn't have data if it's not numbers. Okay, so hopefully that helps you pick out your articles and what I'm looking for as far as data and evidence. Like I said, you want to make sure that you have 3 pieces of evidence and 3 pieces of data. Otherwise, I'm going to tell you, hey, this article's not a good article. You're going to need to choose another one. And you can always refer to the class announcements for help as well. Thanks.